again, YouTube. I'm EagleFan.
I'm Evil Chicken.
This is part 4 now, I think.
Ish. We've seen a lot of shows.
Our 2019 review.
Yes.
Again, there's a little button down here if you want to press like and subscribe. Comment, let us know what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong, what you'd like to see, and if you have any suggestions for us.
Yes.
We'd like to do many more videos in the future, not necessarily just about the concerts, but about other things.
It's a whole new world.
Life in general.
Indeed. So,
last we discussed, I had just finished going to a show with my family. Next up, back with this gentleman. Went to the Stone Pony in Asbury Park.
yes.
It is a place of Jersey music history.
Mm-hmm.
It is where a certain singer...
What was his name?
Oh, Bruce Smith.
Something like that. Steinberg?
Steinberg, there we go.
Anyway.
It is Bruce Springsteen's haunt. And when we first got there, we got there early. And I didn't know that there was parking required where we were at to pay that. So luckily we avoided any kind of ticketing when we found that later. Thanks to this gentleman and his eagle eyes spotting the way they do it. So I was able to do that. Just a word of warning. Do make sure you're covered on the parking, because as we were standing in line, we saw a bunch of cars going up and down ticketing people for parking. So they definitely are out in force for that.
Yeah, that's probably a very big money maker for Asbury Park,
Yeah,
especially around the Stone Pony.
Yeah, that was a good day. It was a nice day. We got there early. We walked down to the Wonder Bar. Wonder Bar.
Yes,
and we actually did learn something there. We did learn that Bruce Springsteen fella seems to go there whenever he's in town.
How do we know that, Dave?
Probably because anyone who ever had a chance to told us as many times as they could. It seemed like that was the greeting. It wasn't, hello, welcome to the Wonder Bar. It was, Bruce Springsteen comes here when he's in town.
Welcome to Asbury Park. Hey, Bruce Springsteen drinks here. Yes, he does. So
we heard that multiple times, but that's okay.
Not that there's anything. Look, they're proud. I get it. Hey, we're from Jersey. Love Springsteen. Love Asbury Park, too. And the Stone Pony. The Stone Pony is a unique place.
Yes.
It's a small venue on the inside. And then there's an outside, but it was November, so we're not out there. But in my mind's eye, I hear that story of Springsteen with the E Street Band. They're trying to hire a saxophone player, and the doors blow open. And lo and behold, the shadow in the doorway is the big man himself, Clarence Clemens, holding a saxophone, coming in and basically saying, I'm your saxophone player. Like, what? You don't get that magic anywhere else but
cool
Asbury Park and the Stone Pony.
Yeah,
True story.
It is an interesting venue. It's oddly laid out because basically it's almost, picture this kind of a rectangle. Is the way that the inside of the building is. And the stage would be over here, facing out this way. And then more of a bar over here, but it's still open, so you can go over there and watch, but they're over here looking at whoever's in the corner over here. So it's just it's a small venue, which is really what it is. They have the outside, which I would like to go see at some point in time and see what the summer set is like.
Yeah.
And it's a nice little place. It's not, it's kind of a hole-in-the-wall dive, but it is what it is, and it has its history.
Oh, God, yeah. A friend of mine I work with, she says she and her family go to a lot of shows. And she says, oh, the Stone Pony. I love it. It's such a toilet. but
I could see that.
It's a small venue. Know that going in, but go, because it's the freaking Stone Pony. And, yeah.
Anyway. And we went there.
Yes, we did.
To go see with high expectation. We had heard that Al Lover was going I'm sorry. No, we were going there to see, again, this ties back to not only stuff we had never seen before.
Right.
But in this case, stuff we don't understand what they're saying. We were going to see the Who, spelled
H-U.
They give them the 2-letter words.
Thank you. Thank you.
So they are a Mongolian rock group. How would you describe them?
There's a folk-like sound, and the instruments that they use there's Mongolian, but it marries that with your traditional heavier metal doom sounding.
I did find out.
Yes.
I have since found out that when they originated, they only had the Mongolian instruments.
Okay.
And they've since added so the additional people who are now in the group.
Yes.
Were then since added to do some more of the Western style.
Interesting. Because you see the 4 original members, and then there's another 4 gentlemen that are playing with them now too, and together they make a unique sound. And the beautiful thing is, music is a language unto itself. So you don't necessarily have to know what they're saying, because it's gorgeous. There's like this otherworldly, deep vocal. What is it called, Dave?
Mongolian throat singing, from what I was told.
Mongolian throat singing, and it's something to behold. And the best way to behold it is live. You need to go see the Who.
Yes.
H-U.
That was a fun evening. Now, I joked about the opening act, which we never even knew was going to be there. That was Al Lover. Basically, he was an MC that did...
He played records.
Like new wave type.
It was fine. You know, I mean, Al, God bless you.
It was not anything that I would go ever see again. Although I will add the caveat that having listened to some of his stuff after that, just to get an idea what it really sounded like... Mm-hmm. It's stuff that if it was just background music somewhere, I'd be fine with that.
So you're saying any elevator would be good?
Yeah.
Maybe a doctor's office?
It wouldn't be annoying.
That's a shame.
Yeah, sorry, he's doing what he's doing, but
yeah,
just not my kind of thing.
We didn't expect it with the Mongolian throat singing.
Yeah.
I think that was it. I think it was mismatched.
And also a word of warning for Stone Pony.
Yes.
Was the disorganization at the beginning. We were told that the tickets showed that the show started at 7:30, so we got there and got back to stand in line by like 6:30ish, thinking that the doors would open an hour ahead of time. The doors didn't open until 7:30. Actually, the doors didn't open until about 7:45. And then getting in. And none of the tickets, nothing even mentioned that there was somebody before the Who. So a good portion of the audience just had this stunned look when this guy came out to kind of do his thing. But mostly it was just the disorganization that I didn't like. The fact that they put the time that they put on the ticket wasn't actually the time of the show.
That was weird.
Instead of the time that the doors would have opened. So that was a little bit of an issue. But other than that, it was a great show. Definitely seeing the Who, and this
great evening, a lot of fun.
We saw them early on in their tour. They've done a lot of shows since, and actually I'll discuss them again later in this, hopefully in this video. The following day after that, it was just me and my wife. Mm-hmm. Went back to the Hard Rock Casino again, and we saw Journey. The two of us had seen Journey several years ago with the same singer that they have now. And I can tell some of the singing and times taking a little bit of a toll on the guy's voice. He doesn't seem to have... He didn't hit a lot of the power notes anymore. He scaled that a lot back, or when he tried, you can kind of hear some breaking in his voice. They have a new drummer, which actually actually adds a little bit difference to Journey now. He actually uses a double bass, which is something I've really come to enjoy in a lot of the music that I've seen. And I don't remember Journey ever having a double bass. So it added a little slight different sound, which I thought was good. It's just, it was more of a walk through the past. It was nice to go. It was a nice date night with my wife. I wouldn't go out of my way to go see Journey again. But if you haven't seen them and you're our age, get out there and at least see them once, just so you can say you've seen Journey, because it will be a nice throwback to the '80s for you.
I'll give you that. Let me ask you this. One of the things that I've always wondered. Now, you've seen the second lead singer, in both when he first started and then. Did you feel like you were seeing Journey, or did you feel like you were seeing like a Journey tribute band? Because I mean, it was the original band, just a different lead
because
singer.
of the rest of the band. It felt like Journey.
Okay, cool.
And especially first time seeing him, he had that sound.
Gotcha.
He still had that sound in some of the areas now, but still, like I said, he's lost a little bit, I believe.
Okay.
It was a nice evening.
Cool. Very cool.
Welcome back.
Oh, hey. How are you?
I'm EagleFan.
I'm Evil Chicken.
We are here to finish up our year in review of 2019. If you'd like us, you can like and subscribe over here.
It's all true.
Leave us some comments. Let us know what we did right, what we did wrong, and what you'd like to see, and what you'd recommend for us to go see.
Yes, please.
Now,
it's a whole new year.
Yes, it is.
So,
but back to last year.
Yes.
Since I'm not sure where the last video cut out with our battery issue, I will start with the November concert at the TLA, in which I took my wife to. I had some issues with finding out who was going to be able to go for that one. And so I took my wife. We went to go see The Who at the TLA.
Nice.
And the opening act was a group called Crownlands. It's a two-man group from Canada. They sound a lot like, say, a late 60s, early 70s Zeppelin-ish kind of sound.
Right.
They look like they were just picked up from that era and just placed down today. Just the way they act, the way they sound, just their whole presentation. Very nice people. I actually got to meet the lead singer after the show and had a conversation with him. Seems like a very nice guy.
That's cool.
He was telling me that they had just finished recording an album just a couple days before that show. And that was down in Nashville. They were down there doing the recording for that. And that album should be out in 2020. And also they will be back to tour again. Doesn't know the dates or anything yet at that point in time. So I'll keep an eye out for them. Because I would go see these guys again.
How was their sound?
Their sound was good. I'm glad you asked. I was a little unsure because it's just a two-man group. It's the lead singer also plays drums.
It's just a combo, right? It's just two guys.
Yeah. The lead singer plays drums.
Right.
So I also got to give him much credit for that. Because he's playing drums, and he's doing a very good job of playing drums, and at the same time singing. In my mind, I'm thinking, not that I could either sing or play drums, but if I tried that, I'd be thinking that I'd be sitting there thinking of the words and trying to sing and not doing any drumming, or I'd find that I'd be sitting there doing drumming and realizing, oh, I haven't sang anything in the last minute. So much credit to him.
That's amazing.
And the guitar player also plays a little bit of keyboard, piano on some of the songs.
Right.
And I didn't know what to expect from the sound going in. I would like to hear what they sound if they actually had like a third member, like might have been like a bass player.
Okay.
But I still thought they had a good sound. They had a sound that I like. I put their stuff now on my playlist. I would definitely go see them again.
Very cool. Very cool. In fact, I'd like to go with you. Just saying.
Excellent. Excellent. I will let you know. So I'm going to keep an eye out for them coming around again. I'm also trying to, I've been back and forth talking a little bit online, sending them some messages and stuff, and getting a couple little responses here, trying to see if maybe I can work in an interview.
That'd be cool.
Hint, hint, maybe. See if we can put it out on here. Once we get the technology figured out, we're still getting up to speed on that. So
baby steps.
So yeah. The main group was The Who.
Oh.
Again, Mongolian metal. 2 months had passed since the first time we saw them. First time was early in their touring. The second time now, they've done tours practically every night since then. Their stage presence had changed so much. And the crowd. I had never seen that many people at the TLA. That place was packed.
Really?
And
That's
WMMR cool. was actually pushing the event. So Jackson from WMMR was there, getting the crowd pumped up before The Who came on. and just the crowd was crazy. They were going crazy. They were doing the chanting along. They were dancing. You could see the movement. It was just an amazing show. If you get a chance to go see them, don't sit there and say, well, I don't know if it's my type of music. Go see them. It will be your type of music. And if not, you'll still have a hell of a time.
They were great when I saw them. And I can only imagine, incrementally how much better and more experience under their belts they had. In fact, before the show, I saw on MMR that Jackson and Sarah and The Who, the whole band, they went axe throwing. And I thought, that's just so cool. So, hey, it's just a great band. I'm looking forward to seeing them again. I would happily see them again.
Yes. The last show of the year.
Dun, dun, dun.
And this was us again. I also brought I got tickets for my daughter. I got her 2 tickets for her birthday. So it was her and a friend of hers. And then I went and got tickets for us. And I thought, you know what? Let's go see these guys if we can. And I was able to find tickets that weren't insane. That was the issue, that they initially released tickets, sold out, and then the only things you could find were insane prices. For some reason, they released more tickets to their second show. I don't understand how that works, because it is Fillmore, a standing room only area. I don't know how you can say, let's squeeze some more people in. The hell with the fire code. So found some tickets that were a good price, so I got them. And
that's a God-given gift.
Then
Dave.
we went.
Thank you for that. He's
certainly.
All right.
So we went to go see these guys. Now, this was the Struts. This was one of my favorite shows of the year.
Yeah.
Opening for them, we can't bypass these guys. These guys deserve much credit as well.
Oh, absolutely.
The Underground Thieves.
Yeah.
It's a local band from Philly. I was a little confused by the whole Southwest theme that they have going on, but that's okay. That's their thing. They have kind of a 70s type of sound, I would say. I listened to a bunch of their stuff before the show, and the weird thing about them is each song almost sounds like something slightly different type of style from the 70s. Like, I remember the very first song I heard, it has a Pink Floyd sound to it.
Yeah.
And I heard that. I thought, whoa, these guys are amazing. I remember sending him that link. And then I found another song and I listened and I'm like, oh, I like it, but it sounds entirely different. So there's not a scenario where I'd be listening to a song and be like, hey, that's the Underground Thieves. But there could be many songs you could listen to that you could say, that might be the Underground Thieves, until you find out or know the song. Just because it's not an obvious, because there are some groups out there that once you hear the song, you're like, oh, okay,
that's their sound.
Yeah. That's Disturbed. That's
yeah.
Yeah.
That's AC/DC or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So they came out. I thought they were wonderful.
I did too.
Did a great job.
Excellent musicianship. The lead singer, lead guitarist. Please forgive me. I don't know his name, but the Underground Thieves out of Philly, worth your time. If you get a chance, go see them.
Yes,
they were phenomenal.
Now for the main event, the Struts. We saw them at the MMRBQ in Camden. Now we're seeing them in Fillmore. Fillmore is a venue like that is the place to see these guys.
Yes.
I liked the show in Camden, but it was a larger show. We were back farther. It was entertaining. I loved it. Mm-hmm. But the show at the Fillmore, yes. and this is at least by my taste, I'll let you say how you think as well. I thought the show at the Fillmore was so much better. It was exponentially better just because of the venue. And the fact that they were also headlining, so they did a little bit more. But you're right down there. It's all standing room. So the crowd is all together. It's like just this one big fluid entity at that point in time. And the energy and the calories that my Fitbit said that I burned like 5,000 calories that night.
I can believe it.
It was insane. It was fun. It was full. It was a concert full of all sorts of little moments. And I'm always looking for these moments at these shows. There was a moment where they did, what was it? The Jumpin' Jack Flash. The guitarist from Underground Thieves came out and played with them.
Yep.
And I thought they did a wonderful job with that song.
It was beautiful. And Luke was channeling his inner Mick Jagger, too. You could see him doing, like, the certain moves, like, it was just awesome. Loved it. Just brought just turned up the energy, if that was possible. It was just great. Any
other parts of the show you want to highlight?
Yeah, there was another thing.
There were several other things.
Oh, it was,
the fireworks.
Oh, yes, thank you. Thanks, Dave. The human fireworks is something that is a part of the Struts presentation. And what they do is basically everybody gets down on the floor as low as possible, and then at the appropriate time, everybody jumps up and yay!
Sounded a little weird, exactly like that. Yay! This was good. It was fun. They did this also at the first concert, but we had seats and there was a rail right in front of us, so it made it a little bit easier.
Yes, we had the luxury of having that, so 50-year-old men going down like this is fine. This time, however, we got down as low as we could go. However, everyone else got a lot lower. I think it had something to do with...
I felt like I stood out a little bit when I was just sitting there with my hands on my knees looking around saying, oh.
I'm like, hopefully I'm lower than Dave. No, I'm just kidding. But
I'm a little bit taller than you, so you had an advantage there.
But
now, I also was not getting down on that floor because... There was beer spilled all over the floor, drinks spilled all over the floor. There was some woman cat-a-corner up that way that got sick at some point. I am not getting down on that floor anyway, but my knees and back said, no, you're not getting down there anyway. So,
but anyway, we were able to do the human fireworks. Do yourself a favor. The Struts, I love their music. You hear it on the radio, you're tapping your toes, you're like, yeah, kiss this. It's just great stuff. But the way to see this band is live.
Yes.
Luke and the boys from the band, there's, as you said, it's an energy. And in a room like the Fillmore, you're absolutely right, just to bring that back again, it's a living organism. And it's just, you're part of this precious little moment in time where you're dancing and you're singing and it's just a beautiful thing. So... Yeah. See the Struts, baby. You're not going to be disappointed.
Now, is there any song of theirs that stands out to you?
With the encore, one of my absolute favorite songs is "You Could Have Been Me," rather. I adore that, and
that song is actually almost a theme of the creation of the EagleFan blog, and now the YouTubing. And the addition of Evil Chicken into this, that's kind of my that was kind of my theme of the year, trying to make these next 50 be a little bit more memorable than the first 50 if I can. And hopefully sharing that with you guys along the way.
That's a beautiful thing.
And hopefully pulling this great guy here along with the ride as well.
So we shall enjoy the ride together.
So that was our 2019. 2020, we have a few things lined up. Nothing, not a lot set in stone yet, but we have some things lined up.
Okay.
Next week, I'm stepping out of my comfort zone where there is an audition for a play. This gentleman's been doing plays at Cumberland County College, which is now called
Rowan College of South Jersey.
He's been doing those for several years now. I told myself I'm going to step out of my comfort zone and go audition for a play.
That's cool.
I have no anticipation of getting a part, but I'm going to go out there and at least get out of my comfort zone and audition, just to see where that goes and where that takes me.
One never knows.
And then we'll see what happens from there. Beyond that, in February, I am going to see Jeff Tate, used to be lead singer from Queensryche, the 30-year anniversary tour for the Empire album.
30 years.
So,
30 years.
And actually, all of these ones I currently have lined up are at the TLA. The week following that, so that's the end of February, first week of March, I get my months confused here. I'm taking this gentleman, hopefully, to TLA, as long as he's good for that, to go see Devin Townsend, a couple other groups in there as well. Also groups that I am not aware of much of their stuff yet. So we'll go see how they are.
We'll see them live. That's the way to see them.
And then we have currently on the bill in August to go see a group called Amaranth. Now Battle Beast is opening for them, so we'll get to see them for a second time. And also a group called Seven Spires is with them. They look like they have an interesting mix from what I've seen online.
Cool. Sounds
good. And then the other show lineup is in October, I believe. And that is Hammerfall. They have kind of a Black Sabbath-y sound almost at times. It's kind of 80s-ish, late 70s, early 80s-ish metal kind of sound. They have other sounds as well, but that seems to be the primary. I don't even know how to describe it. It's not, they're just rock. I don't even know how to describe them at that point.
Works for me.
And opening for them is a group that I want to also see, which is Beast in Black.
Yes.
Another European group. This one has a Greek lead singer, and I'm not even going to attempt his name
Yanni?
at the moment.
I'm just kidding. It's his long flowing black hair and the mustache. Oh my god.
He has a very. They also have an 80s type of sound, almost a Judas Priest type of sound.
They're I'm aware of this band. It should be fun to see how they deliver. I'm looking forward to it.
Now, with that, we also fully intend to go see the MMRBQ.
Oh, good God, yes.
With it now being January, hopefully the end of this month, they will start to announce who is going to be there. We feel it's going to be May the 20th, based on what we've learned so far.
Our Magic 8 Balls.
So, definitely intend on being there as a full day. If you guys are anywhere in the area, you get a chance to do that. You just got to do it. It is just such a wonderful day. You're going to pay through the nose if you're looking to get beer there.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend.
But
if you like $17 beers,
yeah. But it's fun.
I hate it when people exploit my alcoholism. It's disgusting. Disgusting.
I know. What is wrong with these people?
Oh well. Anyway,
so it's a fun day.
What a great
if you get a chance to do it. Do it. It's just we've known MMR for a longest time.
Oh.
We've known
for the last 51 years of stations been around. Hey, what do you know? Same with us.
We've known of the MMRBQ for such a long time, but for some reason have never gone until last year. Last year we went, and the first thing we asked ourselves
we're looking at each other.
Why have we never done this before?
Why has this not happened before?
So
well, it's happening now.
It's happening now, and it's going to happen multiple times.
Yeah,
hopefully
it's just that simple.
Yes. We're also looking for if there's any other shows that we can get to. I'm looking for several other groups that I think might be coming around. So I'm going to see if there's anything we can get to or any decent prices.
Sure.
And also if any festivals are close enough.
Oh man, there's
some festivals
so
that are out there that it would be kind of nice to be part of a couple-day festival. And
wouldn't it? We should do that. We should definitely do that.